Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, can everyone hear me so far?
Yep. Hi.
Hi. Hello, hello. Welcome to virtual yoga. We're just getting all set up and we'll start. I'll give people a chance to, and if you want to put your video camera on so I can see you or not, either way is fine, whatever you feel comfortable with. Oh, cool. Yay.
There.
Hi, Laura. Yay.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
So this is our social distancing. Hey.
We did it.
Right, exactly.
Did you have a class earlier today?
Yes, at 11:30.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, I was excited.
Right on. I think
I
we
have
all...
a friend joining me.
Yay. Bodhi, look at the doggy.
Is Bodhi?
Yeah, Bodhi, look at the doggy right here. Look. Right here. Look. Bodhi, come here. See the doggy? Oh, you see some? Oh my gosh, he's totally wagging his tail. Did you hear him?
Is he whining?
Yeah, Laura's dog is in here. He sees Laura's dog. The joys of doing yoga with a dog too.
Oh yeah, this will be interesting.
What's your dog's name?
Oh, this is my boyfriend's dog.
Oh yeah.
Her name is Ness.
Oh.
He would not let me have this dog.
Hello, Lisa. Hello, Lainey.
Hi.
Hello. I'm not sure who Nitra is. Oh, okay, there we go.
I'll put myself on mute so the dog squeaks toys throughout the whole. Much better.
Oh, yay. Yay.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
This is so cool.
Right on.
Thank you.
Hey, we got Amy and John. Yay.
He's working, so he's
Okay.
not joining.
That's all right. If you wanted to, that's okay too.
I needed his technical assistance.
Yay, awesome. And I'm going to give people a couple extra minutes while we're getting set up, because some people this might be really new to them and not be able to know how to navigate it.
Lana,
Yes.
I would need your assistance. I have to learn how to do this for my class that I teach at Hennepin Tech, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, look at you. You're on there right now.
That's great.
You're learning. Yes.
Cool.
So on the bottom of your screen, you should be able to see all those options. to mute or video, manage your participants, or like how to add.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you're the host of it, it'll give you all those options as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done it for a community paramedic class, but I don't set it up. Al gets it all ready for me, and then he just makes me the host. But I don't know how he does that.
I know, right? We're figuring all this stuff out together.
I can finally hear everybody.
Yay! Hey, I saw you before, but yeah,
How's it going?
good. It's so cool. I'm in everyone's home.
True.
And you're in mine.
Yes. I had to find a quiet room in my house that still had enough room, so I think I got it.
Yeah, so as we prepare, if you have a door that needs to be shut, shut the door. If you have other people in the house, just make sure that they know what you're doing so that they're not interrupting your practice. Because in essence, this is still your practice, and we want to really honor the space as if it were a sacred space for you to really take time out for you and not be interrupted. So we'll be doing the full hour. And as we get started too, is to also prepare as if you were right in the studio, knowing that you can't just step out and go do the dishes or step out and throw the laundry in, all that stuff. You carved out this time for you as if you were driving to the studio. And we'll give it about 2 or 3 minutes. So as we get started, find your starting spot. That might be in child's pose or on your back, wherever feels most comfortable for you. Hi, Carol. Hello, Kristen. Carol, are you able to see me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Can hear you, yep.
Good.
And I don't
Yes.
need to see you, but I can just see your name. So
Yeah. Do you want to see me?
not necessarily.
Okay.
Whatever you feel comfortable with. All right. We'll start in about 2 more minutes. I'm going to give a couple more people a moment to jump in here, and then we'll get started. All right. So I'm going to be putting everyone on mute. If you have a message or anything, I'm going to try to be watching it just in case the audio gets funky. All right. So let's get started. Just arriving in your space, in your place, in your place now, on your mat. Blocking out any distractions by first coming to your breath. Observe the breath. Notice it. Feel it. Witness it. And as I move through this virtual yoga class, it's going to be a little bit different. So I invite you to be listening more than necessarily watching, unless you need it to be guided by any particular way to place your foot or hands. But be guided by your own intuition, and then just mostly following my voice so that you can really move inward. And as you observe the breath, shift over to pranayama, our life force, our breath. It is how we move through life, is with our breath. Move into Ujjayi breath, the back of the throat, audible breath. Breathing in through the nostrils, fill the chest, expand the belly out. Exhale, retracting the belly back in. Full, deep belly breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Expansion on the inhale, retraction on the exhale. And maybe even just play around with that Ujjayi breath, making it longer. Maybe even counting it out as long as 4, 6, or even 8. Please, if at any point it feels like too much work at those larger numbers, take it down a notch and make it more effortless. I want this practice to actually be pretty easy for you. I don't want it to be a struggle at all in any way. Make it effortless. Inhaling fully, exhale completely. Continuing that pure focus on the breath. And as thoughts come into the mind, sensations in the body, sounds, acknowledge that and allow it to float away on a cloud. Allow it to drift off and come back to the breath. Keep coming back to the breath. Shifting the awareness from the Ujjayi breath over to your intention. your intention tonight is about release. I invite that in, to release whatever that is for you. With the uncertainty in the world right now, invite a release and a surrender in. If this doesn't feel like it's going to serve you well tonight, that's okay. After all, you know this is your practice. Just your practice all the way. Maybe dedicate your practice to someone else that you're thinking about. Maybe to a whole community, to a whole neighborhood, maybe to the whole world. Take that intention, that dedication, start to weave it into the breath. Weave it into the breath. Start to weave it into the body through whatever movement feels right for you. That movement might be turning the head side to side. It might be movement in the shoulders, maybe in the fingers and the toes. Especially since you're in your own home, sometimes there can be a little bit more release of expression, not feeling like anyone else is really watching. So please move in as whatever way feels right. And using this as an assessment tool as well to see what's happening in the body. What's happening in the neck? What's happening in your heart space? What's happening in the belly and the hips? What's happening in the toes? Get in tune with the feedback loop of the body and the mind, the information that you're getting back from it. No judgment around it, just a feedback of information. And then from wherever you're at, create a full body stretch. Whatever that looks like and feels like to you, full body stretch. And then wherever you're at, we're going to meet in a seated position. If you're lying down on your back, maybe rocking a couple times, finding that seated position. Sukhasana pose, cross-legged pose, lifting up through the spine. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. And then start to bring the chin towards the chest. Bring the chin down. And start to move it side to side, rolling from right to left and left to right. Keeping the jaw soft. And then back to neutral. Gazing up towards the sky. Bringing the head back to neutral. Bring the chin towards the chest. Back to neutral. Chin comes up towards the sky. Back to neutral. Chin towards the chest. Back to neutral. Shoulders come up towards the ears. Rotate the shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale down. Inhale up. Roll it back. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Full deep breaths. Let your breath be heard. And reversing, inhale up, exhale forward. Maybe add some of that wingspan. Maybe even the whole arm. Hands come towards the heart. Inhale, lift high. Actually, let's come back to heart center. I just thought of this Garuda Mudra. I'm going to bring this really up close and personal. So if you want to take a look at this mudra is for immunity. So bring the thumb, there we go. The thumbs cross over, spread the fingers wide, and that's Garuda Mudra. It's for the immune system. So making it really strong, spread the fingers nice and wide. And you can bring it many different places. You can bring it at heart center if that feels right. And I would encourage you to just kind of play around with the spot that feels right, because that's probably the spot that needs a little bit of extra attention for you. Maybe it's down at the sacral area. Maybe it's down towards the belly. Check that out. Maybe it's way down at the root. Maybe it's at the throat area. Perhaps at the third eye. Or maybe even up at the crown. So feel out where that spot is, where it's like, okay, that's the spot that's most asking for. We're just going to hold it there for a few breaths, inhaling fully, exhale completely, inhaling fully, exhale completely. 2 more breaths just like this, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Hold it here for a moment. Bringing the palms back together. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, forward. Come down on the fingertips, palms, maybe the forearms. Guide the tailbone down and back. Bring that tailbone down and back. Relax all the muscles in the face. Relax the jaw. Soften the cheeks. And then walk the hands over to the right, maybe even placing the left palm on top of the right. Back to center, over to the left, maybe even placing the right palm on top of the left. Back to center, inhale, round up through the back. Hands come towards the heart. Make that Garuda Mudra as well, one more time. Spread the fingers wide, locking the thumbs in. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, over to the right side. Come down on the right palm or the forearm, reach it over. Draw the left hip into the earth, guide the belly in. Reach through the left fingertips. Inhale, press up. The top arm crosses the opposite knee, twist to the right. Right palm comes behind the right hip. Use the leverage of the right palm into the mat to lift the spine tall. Guide the right shoulder back. Gaze is towards the side or maybe even all the way back. Release to center. Inhale, lift high. Exhale to the opposite side. Come down on the left palm or the forearm, reaching over. Guide the right hip into the earth. Draw the belly in. Reach through the fingertips. Lengthen. Reach. Press up. The top arm crosses the opposite knee. Twist to the left. Left palm comes behind the left hip. Use that leverage to lift tall. Release to center. The hands come towards the knees. Bring the chest right over the left knee. Reach through the crown of the head, over to the center, over to the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, circle it around. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling, exhaling. Feel it out in your own body when that motion is done. And then circle it around the other way. And back to a neutral position. Allow the eyes to gently close and just feel the body from those few movements. Maybe there's a quieting that's happened, a calming, a softening, a releasing. Shift forward into tabletop. Hands right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Knees are about hip distance apart. Starting to move in any organic way that just feels right for you. Listening to your body, listening completely, moving in whatever way feels right for you. And then back to a neutral position. Moving through cat and cow, rounding through the back, arching up like a cat, tuck the chin in, scoop through the pelvis, and release into cow. The belly comes down towards the earth, lift through the heart and hip. Inhale, rounding. Exhale into cow. Inhaling and exhaling. Imagine the spine is getting really supple and fluid and releasing. So a lot of stagnant energy can almost get locked up in that spine. And as we move through cat and cow, imagine that you're releasing toxins. Imagine that you're releasing any negative emotions, anything built up that needs to be let out. And back to neutral. Press back to child's pose. Press the hips back, reach the arms out, relax the forehead down. Maybe even roll on the forehead, smooth it out, moving it from left to right and right to left. Releasing, surrendering, and letting go. Inhale, pull through the palms, tabletop plank. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Feet are the balls of the feet are underneath the heels. Feet are hip distance apart. Draw the belly in and up. We're holding in a plank. And downward dog. Inhale, lift the hips up high. Bend the knees a lot. And maybe even a lot more. Lengthening through the whole back. Relax the head. Relax the jaw. Maybe pedal out the heels. Start to straighten up the legs a little bit more. And then walk the hands back to the feet. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Bend the knees a little bit or a lot. Let the whole upper body hang loose. Maybe even shake the head yes and no. Maybe shrug the shoulders back and forth. Let the weight of the world drop away here. Let it drop away a little bit more. Walk the hands back to a downward dog. Walk the feet up towards the hands. Forward fold. Halfway lift, lift through the heart. Find a flat back. We're going to hold it here for a couple moments. As you're in your halfway lift, press down through the heels, lift up through the hips, reach out through the crown of the head, bring the shoulders up and back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen all the way up. Hold it here. Hold it here. Find that Garuda Mudra. Find your Garuda Mudra. Those hands looking like that. From your Garuda Mudra, hands come towards the heart. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, mini back bend. Open it up. Draw the elbows back. Cactus arms. Puff up through the chest. Inhale, reach high. Open up to the right side. Those arms are really long. Keep the hips squared forward. Gaze is towards the side or maybe even all the way back towards the back arm. Inhale, lift high. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward. Press back to plank. Knees come down, chest comes down, chin comes down. Baby cobra. Lifting up through just the upper chest. Draw the elbows in. The palms are nice and floaty. Press down through the tops of the feet. Fold forward. Press up to plank. Downward dog. One full breath in. One full breath out. The right leg reaches high towards the sky. Draw the right knee in towards the nose. Round through the back. Exhale, press it out. Knee to nose, bring it in. Exhale, press it out. Inhale, the right leg comes forward, high lunge. The right knee is going to be right over the right ankle. Reach the left leg back. We're here for just a little bit. Really finding length. Reaching out through the crown of the head. And then release the back leg down. Releasing that back leg down. Place the left hand right next to the right ankle. We're going to start to find a twist. Bring the right hand to the right knee first. We're twisting from the lower part of the rib cage, lifting up. We're lengthening through the spine. The chest is starting to fold open towards the side. This feels okay for you. You want to go a little bit more. Maybe bring the right hand to the right hip or take a bind or maybe even reach it high. Exhale, bring the right arm down, frame the right foot, lift the hips up, press the hips back, half split. Draw the right toes in towards the belly. Then let the head relax. Let this posture be effortless so that you don't feel like you're putting a lot of work into it. Creating a dynamic flow, bending through the right leg and straightening. Inhaling, bending, exhale, straightening. Keeping the hips squared forward, inhaling and exhaling. One more. And then bending through the right leg. Bring the right heel up, find a side split. So we're reaching for that left leg long. The right knee is bent. The left hand can reach to the left big toe, or maybe stabilizing the hands down at the mat. Or if it feels okay for you, you can always do Garuda Mudra here if you have that balance. Two more full breaths in, full breaths out. Bringing the hands down to the mat, straightening out the right leg, straddle. Toes are even with the heels. Relax the whole upper body. We're gonna be here for a little bit, allowing a release, allowing a surrendering. So as you find your straddle, explore it in any way that feels right. That might be just in stillness. Maybe you'd like to walk one hand from one foot to the other, or maybe even bending one leg and moving back and forth if that feels right. Maybe even walking the hands out or walking the hands under. There's plenty of time too if you have a really strong headstand practice. And watch your space if you're in a narrow space, not to, bump into anything. But we have plenty of time if you want to move into headstand. After all, our world is kind of turned upside down, and maybe it might feel good to go upside down with it. I don't know. I haven't done headstand yet for a couple days, so maybe I should do that. From your straddle, walk the hands back to the right foot. Bring that right heel back, lunge. Frame the right foot, press back to plank. Move through a Vinyasa flow of your choice. That might be knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. It might be moving from high to low plank, moving in cobra or up dog. And then we are meeting in downward dog. One full breath in, one full breath out. The left leg reaches high towards the sky. Draw the knee in towards the nose, round through the back. Exhale, press it out. Knee to nose. Exhale, press it out. The left leg comes forward, high lunge on the side. Left knee is over the left ankle. Reach the right leg all the way back. We're here for several breaths. Inhaling fully. Exhale completely. And release the back leg down. The right hand comes right next to the left ankle. Start to find your twist. Left hand to the left knee. We're twisting from the lower part of the rib cage up towards the crown of the head. And if this feels okay for you, maybe you take it a little bit more and bringing the left hand to the left hip, bind, or reaching the left arm high. Exhale, the left arm comes down, frame the left foot, lift the hips up, press the hips back, half Hanumanasana, half split. Relax the head. Surrender to this posture. Surrender to it. Release it, let it go. Soften through the breath. Soften through the thoughts. And then creating that dynamic flow, bending through the front leg and straightening. Inhaling, exhaling, moving in and out of it. Let it flow effortlessly. And one more. And then bending through the left leg, bring the left heel back, side split, reach the right leg long. Find your hand placement that feels right, and that might be the Garuda Mudra. One more breath in. One more breath out. Placing the hands down, straightening out the left leg, straddle. Press down through the heels, lift up through the hips. Relax the upper body. A little exploration time. Lots of ways to explore. Tune into your body. Listen to the feedback loop that it's giving you. It might need more attention in the hamstrings. Maybe it's in the neck to really let go. Maybe it's in the lower back. So maybe even breathing into the lower back. Maybe it's in the shoulder blades. Maybe you're holding tension in the cheeks. Maybe in the lips. Maybe the eyelids. Where can a release happen? And maybe the release happens and you pop up into crow or something. Maybe that's just what's calling to you in this posture. From your straddle, walk the hands back to the left foot. Frame the left foot, press back to plank. Move through your Vinyasa Flow of choice, whatever feels best for you, or you can always skip it. There's no have-tos in your practice. From downward dog, one full breath in, one full breath out. Float or step the feet forward, forward fold. Maybe go a little bit deeper with your forward fold. Maybe it's a box with the arms. Maybe tuck the hands underneath the feet. We're here for several breaths. Surrendering, releasing, letting go. Releasing the deeper forward fold, halfway lift. Exhale forward. Inhale, chair, sink down into your hips. Reach the arms up high. If you would like to use Garuda Mudra here, once again, you can do that. Hands come towards the heart. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to move through this sequence a couple times. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, chair. Garuda Mudra if you would like. Hands come towards the heart. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, heart center. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Garuda Mudra if you would like. Heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, heart center. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, one more. Exhale, forward. Inhale, chair. Garuda Mudra. Hands come towards the heart. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, heart center. Tadasana. Palms come face forward. Mountain pose. Press down through the heels. Lift up through the hips here. Relax the shoulders. Yes, it's starting to get a little dark. As we find our mountain pose, reconnect with your breath. Reconnect with your intention. Moving through just a couple balancing postures. Tree pose. Plant down through the left foot. Open up through the right knee. Sole of the foot can be really anywhere along the leg, just so it's not pressed against the knee. Here you can do that Garuda Mudra as well if you would like, or find whatever arm placement that you would like. Your drishti point is maybe down at the floor or slightly in front of you, allowing the thoughts to quiet. Without putting the right leg down, if you can, bring the right knee forward. Press it all the way back for Warrior Three. Press the heel back. You can use Garuda Mudra here if you would like as well, or hands can be straight forward or to the back. One more breath in. One more breath out. Exhale, release the right leg down. Shake it out, let that go. Let it go. Switching sides. Plant down through the right foot, open up through the left knee. Sole of the foot anywhere along the leg just so it's not pressed against the knee. Garuda Mudra if you would like. Bring the left knee forward. Press the left heel back, Warrior Three, Virabhadrasana 3. Garuda Mudra if you would like. One more breath in. One more breath out. Exhale, release the left leg down. Inhale, lift the arms up high. Feet are hip distance apart or a little bit wider. Exhale, heart-centered squat. Garuda Mudra if you would like. Guide the tailbone down. Lift up through the spine. Shoulders are soft. The breath is gentle. This posture is really, really good for grounding. So if you feel any anxiety coming in, come down to a heart-centered squat. It can really help to feel just a little bit more trust of everything, that everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Bring the palms down. So a couple ways we can do this. You can jump back into downward dog or just step back into downward dog. Whatever is calling for you. Step or jump back, downward dog. As we find our downward dog, the right leg reaches high. Release the right ankle towards the hip. Stack the right hip over the left. Hello, everyone upside down. Straighten out the right leg. Come through into pigeon. The right leg comes forward. Release the hips down. See if you can keep the hips squared forward. Take your time getting into pigeon. Pigeon is really a long posture. We want to get long in the spine here so that it doesn't feel like there's a crunching up in the lower back or the shoulders get really long and then soft. Even if you can drift off here, drift off. Several more breaths in, several more breaths out. And certainly you can stay here as long as you would like, or lifting up through the chest, framing the right knee, start to lift up into downward dog. The right leg can reach high in a raised downward dog. And then pedal up the heels, bring the right leg down. Switching sides, left leg reaches high, release the left ankle towards the hip, stack the left hip over the right. Straightening out the left leg, coming through into pigeon on this side. Take your time. Guide the hips forward. Let the body get really long. And then surrendering to the posture. Surrendering on your mat. Several more breaths in, several more breaths out. With every breath you take, see where you can let go just a little bit more. Soften just a little bit more. Quiet just a little bit more. One more breath in. One more breath out. Stay here if you would like, or lifting up through the chest. Frame the left knee. Press back to downward dog, lifting the left leg high. Bring the left leg down, pedaling up the heels. And then floater step the feet forward, coming in to a squat. We're just working our way down onto our mat. As we find our way down onto our mat, any way you would like to. If you want to do a little core work, you can, or just find your way into a full body stretch. Reach the arms out, walk the heels out. And from this full body stretch, working your way into happy baby. Guide the knees in towards the chest. Knees come wide. Soles of the feet are up at the sky. And perhaps rocking side to side. And any exploration of happy baby that you would like, maybe you start to straighten out a leg or both legs. Check in on the neck, make sure the neck is really long, just so it's not arched back. And then relax the hands in the V shape of the legs. Let the arms come into a T. We're just settling in here for a moment. And then start to travel the left leg over to the side. Travel that right leg over, connect the right leg into the left leg. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Make that V shape, travel it over to the right. Make the connection with the left leg over to the right. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, tracing it over. Move through your breath, your pace. No rush, no hurry. Make this effortless. Create a no work zone almost. No work zone. And then whenever you feel like you've just done traveling back and forth, create that center V. Bring the hands behind the knees and close the legs up like a book. Close it up. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. Press down into the lower back. Straightening out the left leg, hug the right knee in. And then crossing the right leg across the body, twist open to the right palm is face up. Soften the belly, guide the right shoulder down. And then as we start to quiet down through the practice, start to put a little bit of quieting music on. Allow the eyes to gently close. Come back to center. Switching legs, hug the left knee in. Cross the left leg across the body, twist open to the left palm is face up. Soften the belly. Inhale to center. Draw both knees in towards the chest. Rocking side to side, massaging through the lower back. Maybe even circling the knees around to get into the lower hips. Soles of the feet come into the mat, arms into a T. Releasing the knees side to side like windshield wipers. Feel free to hold it in a spot longer, or maybe even open up and butterfly in the middle. No rushing through this. And preparing for Shavasana relaxation. Since you're in your own home, I highly encourage you to really get comfy. So if you have socks that you want to put back on, or a robe, or anything, or a blanket to cover yourself with, please do that to really get cozy, because a lot of you usually take the hot yoga class, so get comfortable. As you prepare for relaxation, I also invite you to stay in relaxation for the full amount of the class and not close out because you carved out this time for you as if you were at the yoga studio. So I don't want you to feel rushed to do anything that might be calling for you in your home. It can wait. It can wait. Allow this time to be a sacred time. As you find your way into Shavasana, it might be on your back. You might find a wall space for legs up the wall, or even a comfy pillow to cozy into. As you get comfortable in that spot, I'm going to read off a little thing that one of my friends sent. Allow your shoulders to melt down. Let's start Shavasana with the breath. Let's take 3 deep breaths in, 3 loud sighs out. Breath in. Ah. 2 more. Ah. 1 more. Ah. When this is over, may we never again take for granted a handshake with a stranger, full shelves at the store, conversations with neighbors, a crowded theater, Friday night out, the taste of communion, a routine checkup, the school rush each morning, coffee with a friend. When this is all over, may we never again take for granted the stadium roaring. Each deep breath, a boring Tuesday. Life itself. When this ends, may we find that we have become more like the people we wanted to be. We were called to be, we hope to be, and may we stay that way. Better for each other. Because of the worst. When this is all over, maybe we have gratitude. Please stay here as long as you would like. There's no rush, there's no hurry. If you would like, you can wiggle the fingers and the toes and draw the knees in, turning to your side, using your arm as a pillow just to readjust the body again. And please stay here as long as you would like. Or arriving back up into a seated position. Take your time, there's no rush, there's no hurry. Yeah, if you want to end in Garuda Mudra, please do so too. Ending together. Bring the hands towards the heart, lifting high to the sky. Exhale the hands to the forehead, to the mouth, heart center. The teacher in me is inspired and honored by the teacher in each of you. Namaste.
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 Thank you everyone for coming. I hope you
Thanks,
enjoyed
Donna.
it. Thank you.
Will there be more every night, do you think?
Yep, I think I'm gonna pretty much do the same time.
Okay.
Normally we have like 2 to 3 classes, but I think I'm gonna condense it like around the 6:30 time to allow the most amount of people to be there. And
Cool.
then we'll still do the 6 a.m. classes. So if you're an early riser and you kind of still have your routine, and it's easier for you to do it from home, I'll have the sign-ups for the classes on Mind Body just like usual. So it's going to say virtual, and then just sign up, and then I'll make sure to send you the link.
Cool. Okay.
Yes. And I'll be posting it on Facebook and Instagram too with the link. But if you want to make sure and you get that link personally to you, I can send it to you as well.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you. This was great. I'm happy we're still able to do yoga from home.
Awesome.
Thanks, Lana.
Yes, thank you everyone. And
Thank
big
you,
hugs
Lana.
to everyone.
Thank
Big
you.
hugs to Michelle and
Have
Carol
a great night.
and Pete. Nice to you.
Bye.
Big hugs.
Bye.
Have a great night, everyone.
You
You
too.
too.
Night.
Bye.